Welcome to part 1 of my emulator repair series. This little handheld really sent me down a rabbit hole with these things, and to date I have purchased an additional 5 of these to fix and play around with. So when I was looking around for these to fix on eBay, I came across this one for $10 with a note from the seller, 4 parts not working. I am not sinking any more time into trying to get this thing working. Well, I love a challenge, so let's see if we can get this little guy up and running. On to the video.
Alright, so this is just a cheap little emulator that I picked up that is not working and is not powering on. Give it power. It's not actively drawing power. Let's see here.
Hey, thanks for checking out this video. If you like these videos, make sure you hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel.
So, currently not pulling anything. It's got 5.2 volts. Plug it in. It is pulling amperage. It's pulling 0.1 amps. Okay. So that might indicate there's something else going on here. I'm surprised at how... So let's get this apart, get inside. See if we can't figure out what's going on. If it's just something as simple as like the screen connector came unplugged, that'll be fun. Alright, so it looks like we just got little four screws on this. Like I said, I am genuinely shocked at how, surprisingly well put together this thing feels. Gently release these clips without breaking them. Of course, everything starts falling out now. This goes there. That's the power button. That's the volume rocker. Get this battery unplugged. There is a mini HDMI port on it. I don't know if I have a mini HDMI cable. I think I do. I know I used it for something at some point. USB-C. I had a video card that was the only video out on it. It was one of our main computers that we were using here in the office. No. I wouldn't have included it with that. I found it. It's just in the other drawer. Let's plug that back in. Plug that in. Should be drawing. So even without the battery in there, it's drawing 1.5 amps. And doing absolutely nothing. Let's see if something's getting hot real quick. Yep, you beat me to it. Alright. Thermal camera's on. Anything getting hot? This is getting hot. It is an ATT 3002. So what do we think that is? Probably the actual controller for everything. we can find, this should be ground, right? I guess let's get it out of here and get a better look at it. Yeah, so this is an ATT3002. I'll swing it in right close. It does have a bird icon on it. I'm wondering if that's the charging circuit, because we have all this power stuff around it. Let's get this gently out of here. And before we do that, let's check some simple stuff. It's the audio chip. Let's see if this thing was not situated correctly. So we're still only pulling 1.5 when we plug it in. Pull out my teeny tiny little screwdriver head. Yeah, so yeah, there's ZQ20 FMP 32 amp. Alright, so let's get these screws out of here. There's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like there's 6 screws to get this thing apart. So we're gonna have to get this metal sheet off, and you know how much I love these metal sheets, guys. So, and then underneath there we got more. I'll probably check this with a thermal camera now that we have that metal plate off of there, see if something underneath here is heating up. It's just a reflection. So this is heating up, and this is heating up. It's like it's turned on, it's just not outputting video, is what it's acting like. Last these couple screws out of here. Unplug said this tiny little speaker needs to come out. For being like brand new, quote unquote, why doesn't that want to come out? Like what I'm assuming is this the reason this thing made its way to an eBay listing was because someone tried to get it to work and it just would not work. Like this thing actually has a bunch of dirt on the board. What is that? I'm thinking that's flux maybe? This will actually work. I've never really messed around with this knob. It didn't work. Oh, nothing there. Alright, let's plug this in again. See if anything's getting hot on this side. All we're seeing is the heat coming through here, which is this chip. Does this have a micro SD card? Yes. So how would you go about getting the operating system? So now it's pulling a different voltage. So now I'm only pulling 11 amps. So where do we get the OS for this from? It is I think this might be the China model. No, it wasn't it's not the ribbon cable. The ribbon cable's plugged in and it's drawing different amps. So where's the download? Here it is. Alright, we're going to plug this into not my main computer. I want to live dangerously sometimes, but not that dangerously. I'm downloading those files right now and I'm moving them over. I have them both here. Wait, how big is this thing? Yeah, it just, for some odd reason, my computer just told me that it was Like 1.8 terabytes. Like, wait, what? It says at the bottom of the post, you'll see 4 files. I need all of them? Guess I do. Okay. This just turned into a little bit more of a chore than I wanted. But here we are. So let's restart this. Go into Mini Tool. Yeah, single card setup. Well, here's the problem. We don't know if there's something wrong with these files. Whatever. Yeah, so here's what we got now. We're extracting. And then this. I have to wait for it to finish extracting. Alright, Mini Tool, do your thing. Thank you, Mini Tool. Thank you, Mini Tool, for not working at all. Random, like, problems with things. Wild. Alright, so let's get back to this list. Alright, so it says when I go in here, see, this is probably the problem right here. Like legitimately, that needs to get moved. Yeah, it doesn't work like that in here. Like, I always thought that I could do that in here, but I don't think I can. Here you go, adjust disk layout. So this, adjust disk layout. Let me, that's right. Hello there. It's not, it won't let me do that. Because you can't just move. You can't just move it like that. I think we've had this problem multiple times. But for some odd reason, I can do that. What? No, it's the problem is it's gonna like this. So I create the partition and then I delete the partition. We're gonna be right back to where we started. We're just moving like files around on a disk partition that is like a flash drive. Because this needs to be, I guarantee you that that needs to be the first partition. Yeah. I haven't tried Gparted yet, no. Using the tools at my disposal. Yeah, it's because of the freaking cluster size. I want to see if we give it a little bit more space, if we can then combine them. Maybe this drive is dead. Maybe that's part of the problem. Trying to figure out what size did these things need to be. We don't even get the logo. Alright, I go back to these instructions. I give it the following. List of 3 folders. BIOS, ROMs. Alright, let me get out of here because I don't think there's anything I actually need to do in here. Let's go back into Windows. Like, I could do this with disk parts. I mean, I don't need like, seriously. So that's G. H. Something is definitely off here then. Yeah, I'm not formatting anything. So now I'm confused. So this is G. And his looks completely different than mine. Yeah, I have a feeling. So I'm watching this video. No, G is not the last partition. This is. There's the ROMs. So definitely looks different than his. Yeah, it should list the 3 folders. BIOS, ROMs, CWF. That's fine. Next, we're going to expand the SD1 card so we can take advantage of all of its space. We already did that. We have all of its available space in use. So what exactly? So we don't care about expanding it because it's already there. Drag the partition. I wonder if this SD card is actually bad and that's the problem. So what am I supposed to do here? Like it says copy directly over. I'm watching this video. At no point is this guy moving these files over, so it's kind of confusing. Copy on top of stocks. So it's this, but this is the. So this video is actually not useful. This. We're gonna move this over. I gotta back up. What's the worst that happens? It doesn't work. As long as it's working now. And I'll copy all this stuff over to that MISC. So what do we do here? Do we format this and just start like from scratch? Seeing as the directory is corrupted? Is that what we do? Because I'm pretty sure that one file that keeps popping up there is what the problem is. Let me see if I have an SD card floating around here. I thought I did. I have no idea where it is. So how do we create a whole new copy of this card? So this is the card image. So let's say we're starting from scratch. Installation. Burn the included image. So I need to burn this image. So I should probably format this in what? FAT32? Alright, new volume. Alright, so basically what it's saying is we need to expanding this partition because it makes it only 4 gigs. Alright, so now what it's saying is come into this one, go into, back up this. Wait, this is, hold on. All of this. Paste this. So why wouldn't I be able to just delete this partition exactly and then recreate it, right? There's nothing special about this, is there? Just FAT32. Worst case scenario, I start over. We're going to find out, aren't we? We'll find out together. Let's see what happens here. Yeah. Oh, that's 100% what it was. It was just the operating system. There we go. Because this is empty. Apparently we need to set the real-time clock. Let's get that unplugged. So that's literally all it was. The only problem with this thing was a problem with the operating system. Hey, thanks for watching that video. If you liked that video, make sure you hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I stream daily on Twitch at twitch.tv/SpecVengeance. And yeah, if you want to learn more about my services, check out Bradenton PC Repair.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.